My social media platforms only started blowing up once I genuinely was like, okay, I'm gonna start dressing up kind of funky.
Big BTS fan, like the biggest BTS fan
You are
ever.
preaching to the choir.
People actually don't care as much as I thought, or like they are also caring so much about what other people think.
That's really good advice. I think I honestly needed to like hear that in this conversation.
Hi besties, welcome back to another episode of Hanging with Strangers, where I give advice and answer your questions with a new person every week. Today I will be talking with SOPHIE Silva, who is a fashion creator known for her amazing and beautiful outfits. And I thought she would be the perfect person to talk about how not to care about what other people think. And I know that a lot of you are in school or you're even aspiring content creators, which takes a lot of effort to try not to care what other people think. So if you want to learn how to walk through life confidently and freely and make the choices that you want to make, then keep on watching. Okay, who am I here with?
Sophie, aka not Sophie Silva.
Talk about your social media a little bit.
I've kind of been all over the place with my content. I originally was talking about like mental health related stuff, binge eating, and then the past year it's been mostly fashion.
So the first question is, what's one time you did something to impress people and completely regretted it?
When I was a kid, the whole not like other girls rhetoric.
Or you not like other girls?
Oh my God. I was like the worst about it too. I had a bunch of like I have a brother and I have a bunch of boy cousins. Like there's no other like women, like girls I should have said. But a lot of like my fashion sense and my hobbies I feel like were just based on this idea that I had to be like quote unquote not like other girls. And I think every girl kind of has that phase.
Okay, yeah.
And I just look back on it now, like I love wearing princess dresses and I love pink. I love being girly and I like being like other girls. When I first started posting fashion stuff, I really was trying to conform to like whatever was popular at the time. So I was like, oh my God, like styling the Skims dress. They didn't do well because people, I'm telling you, people can sense your inauthenticity on social media.
True. I feel like everyone just wants to fit in and feel like people accept.
My social media platforms only started blowing up once I genuinely was like, okay, I'm gonna start dressing up kind of funky, not care what people think. And that's genuinely what like pushed me to that next level.
I feel like for me, like the thing that I did to impress people growing up, I always had this thing where I wanted to hang out with the cool people. For me, that continued to translate like in college. Every time I met like a model baddie.
And you feel like you have to like pounce on that.
Yes,
like,
I was like, oh my God, I need to be with this group because they are going to make me cool too. And these would always be like the worst people to ever be friends with. Who you hang out with really affects your experience.
It
Exactly.
Really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
You know, those friendships that I've recently learned, like the older I get, are just like friendships that are never gonna work, are like the friendships where you feel like you want to be friends with them. Like it's like, oh, I really want to be their friend, and you feel like you have to do so much to be their friend.
Overly giving.
Yes. Those friendships never work with like the power dynamic.
No. Yeah, y'all have to see each other on equal planes and you have to treat each other as equals, and it's just...
What is the most embarrassing thing to happen to you? You're giving the vibe that you have a lot.
I can't even deny that. I do have one just core memory. We were playing kickball in PE. How it works, it's similar to like a game of baseball. They pitch you the ball and you have to kick it. I had the fattest crush on this guy since like second grade, and I think at this point it's probably like fifth grade or something. It's been a few years. I'm at the mound, you know, it's my turn to kick the ball. And oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like my entire grade is there for this kickball tournament thing that we're doing. I don't know what went wrong. Went airborne because I kicked too hard and it landed on my ass on the mound in front of everyone. I know for a fact no one remembers that except for me.
Honestly, I think embarrassing things that happen to you, the more embarrassing, the better, because then you have a great story to tell.
Exactly.
You know what my embarrassing story is?
I was gonna ask you that.
So I was in Cancun, and then I was on this thing. It's like a bicycle, and you're kind of like scuba diving, so you're like going underwater with the bike. And I got really seasick like going underwater because of the air pressure. The whole time this guy, the tour guide, is like taking photos of everyone on the bike, like with your family, and he comes to us and he's like taking a photo of us, and he like looks at me, he just keeps pointing at me, and then he starts going like this. I went like this.
I'm getting nervous right now. Like,
I went like this because I thought that meant like, are you good? And I was like,
thumbs up.
Well, I wasn't good, but I was like, I am good. Like then he kept doing it again. He kept pointing at me and he kept going like this. And so I looked down and my entire bathing suit was just off. No! It like went off underwater. I didn't even have time to be embarrassed about it because I was just so dead.
It's such a human, I feel like for women too, it's such like a female experience.
It is.
Everyone's had that moment.
Is there anything secretly that you love, but you were too scared to share it because of judgment?
That's the one thing about me is I feel like I've always been very open about my interests, even if they're strange. I went to the same private school in Texas for 15 years, okay? People's reactions to your hobbies are definitely a little bit more close-minded there. Back in high school, I really liked K-pop. And this was before...
Love that. That was before like being Asian and stuff was cool.
I hate that that's the truth. God forbid, I love a good dance number and coordination on the stage. I was never directly bullied, but I did like struggle quite a bit socially in high school because I was so public and shameless about my interests, which I don't regret. I would have much rather been that way. I don't feel like I have to hide anything really anymore, which is really exciting. And it's definitely taken a lot of time for me to get comfortable just expressing all of my interests on the internet socially.
Mine was also K-pop.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, people be doing us dirty back in the day. I'm like, no. We had a vision.
You're gonna be scared to like something, and then it's gonna blow up.
Wait,
and you're
what
gonna be
groups
like,
did you like?
Big BTS fan, like the biggest BTS fan.
You are
ever.
preaching to the choir.
I watched every single thing they put out because I had so much time during COVID.
I love that for you.
Like watched every video, watched all Run BTS. Every single thing. They were actually the reason why I started social media.
What?
BTS blew up because of their videos.
Yeah.
Like not just their music, like even though their music is good, but the reason why people love them is because of their other videos.
There's so much content out there of them that like when you do, not if you get obsessed, when you get obsessed, there's constantly more to look at.
That made me realize, there's so much power to social media and like creating content. And then I remember just like watching a video about their journey, and it was just like RM like talking to me like, you just gotta do it. And I was like, you are so right.
I love this for you. I don't know. I should have asked you about this earlier.
I love that we can relate to that.
Connect on this.
This is why you gotta be open about your interests, guys.
Exactly.
If no one was watching, would you be doing anything differently?
Probably just like talk to myself more. Now that I live alone, I technically do have like a reality where no one's really watching me. I get to like be a little weird. It's more just like also just like vocalizing ideas that I have like for videos or just even with like, because I do acting stuff as well, so just like going over lines. I don't know, when no one's watching, you can kind of just experiment. You can sing, you can just do like, I don't know,
literally
you can
whatever,
with your creativity.
I feel like what I would do differently would be around people. The way I would make friends and like talk to people when I'm out in public would be differently if I knew like nobody had a judgmental thought in their mind. Whenever I talk to a single person, the first thing that I take away from that is like, oh my god, they probably like judged me so hard.
It's interesting you saying that because a huge structure of your videos is like meeting up with people that you've never met before.
Yeah, well, I mean, which is also why I do that.
I was gonna say it must be
because it's
like in order to like kind of get you out of that shell and like allow you to like let loose a little and just practice.
Which is why I love making these videos and why I always encourage people to start connecting with more people. When you connect with more people, you realize that everybody just like is also doing their own thing. Everybody has their own challenges and stories that it makes you realize, okay, people actually either don't care as much as I thought, or like they are also caring so much about what other people think.
Exactly. Okay, that what you just said here is like always my advice for people who are like younger. We have that whole like main character mindset. Yeah. So it's easy to impose that main character mindset onto other people in the sense that you think that they're looking at you in that same way.
Right. How has social media affect your self-image?
I think the person who is meanest to me in terms of just self-image, personality-wise, appearance-wise, is myself. That's how it is for most people. We're our own worst critics. Social media has definitely actually helped my self-image in a way in terms of the fact that my community, at least on YouTube, even on TikTok, so many of like the sweetest humans ever. Sometimes I read these comments and I'm just like, my heart is so warm and I'm like literally giggling and kicking my feet. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe people see me in that way. People are so much nicer in the majority than they are negative. On your question about social media, how has it affected? I think just like seeing other creators constantly and going to brand events and just, you know, it's a space where appearance is it's at the forefront of your career, honestly. And I hate to say that. Yeah, this space is filled with so many beautiful, talented people. And it's just really easy to get caught up in your own head and be like, I don't have lip filler, I haven't gotten like like Botox in my forehead.
My answer is really similar to yours, and I feel like it's funny because it's like being on social media itself, I think in a sense has helped my self-image because you will never get that many people complimenting you in like the day-to-day.
It's not normal as humans to experience that.
It's not as much of like other people that really affected my self-image, but like you said, my own comparison that affected my self-image. It's like me posting myself on social media and then I compare myself to other people when I go out. Obviously, I have to be on social media for work, but when I'm like not posting, I try my best not to just like scroll. Because I notice like for me on the days that I am scrolling more are the days that I feel the worst.
We're also not wired as humans to see this many faces on a daily basis.
No,
I mean, you've seen all those. When you think about it, like the cave people, they saw like 3 people their entire freaking life.
They probably thought they were so hot.
They thought they were hot shit, bro.
Well, I think a lot of people obviously want to start social media, but they're so scared because of how people would perceive them, especially their friends. So when you started social media, what did you do? Did you like start a new account? Did you block your friends?
I almost blocked every single person I know, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know how I was able to get over that. Like, I try to remind myself of this. I put myself in their shoes and I'm like pretending I'm scrolling on TikTok. One of my friends' TikTok shows up. I watch it. I scroll past it. Maybe I'm thinking about it for what, like a minute? Then I forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if social media is something you want to do and you need to block people, like just do it. I would rather block everyone, like take the time to block everyone so I can pursue something that I really want to do than just like not pursue it, you know?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. There's just too much opportunity out there at your fingertips.
My other answer for this kind of goes into the next question, which is like, what's one mindset shift that completely changed how I see other people's opinions? There are 2 things that can be true, which is people can have their opinion about you while you can also still be a good person. Someone could literally meet you and say that you are so annoying and terrible, but you could still be a good person because you might have just had a bad day. That's the thing, because I have a lot of friends who do social media who are always so scared of, you know, getting canceled.
Like what people think.
Yeah, what people think. All your friends who actually know you in person all think that you're a good person.
Exactly.
So if someone on social media like criticizes you, you at least have the security of knowing that the people in your life who actually know you like you and think you're a good person. Okay, and the final question is, how do you not get upset when people talk badly about you?
Oh my God, this is something I'm still working on because I was literally talking to my friend about this the other day. I think I'm still in the phase of my social media where I do care a lot about what people think of me. You kind of have to get over that eventually because things are gonna happen. So I think it's something I'm still definitely working on because even in person, like even in my real life interactions, I was raised in a family where we're like very heavy rule followers, people pleasers. We always just go out of our way to do things for others, which I think can be a very positive thing. It also can be negative when you get into that people pleaser thing where you're sacrificing your own like mental health.
No, I think that's good though that you brought this up. Like, you're not perfect, like you're still working on it, and I think that's just true for everyone. If someone talks bad about you, obviously it's gonna hurt you. The biggest thing that I have learned, it's not about let me stop feeling like this. Let me stop being insecure, because at the end of the day, you're going to be insecure at some point. You're going to feel bad. And it's more about like accepting that that is an experience that you will have, but also being compassionate towards yourself and others.
Yes, I think showing compassion for yourself is so important. And that's something that I don't do enough of, I think. And so I completely agree with that.
I'm someone who gets anxious. I'm someone who gets insecure. And it's not like, oh, I'm never gonna like not feel those feelings again. It's more just like, oh, I'm gonna be okay with that next time.
And that's really good advice. I think I honestly needed to like hear that in this conversation, because it's something that I need to work on, and I'm well aware that I need to work on it. It's hard. It's part of growing up too. I think it's just something that I'm still learning,
and we're all going through it, y'all. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me.
This was so wholesome too. I'm kind of obsessed. I feel like we had like a lot of like we touched on a lot of really good things. Good. Thank you for having me. Genuinely. This conversation was very fulfilling, I will say that.
God. Thank you all so much for watching that video. Make sure to like and subscribe to watch me connect with more strangers and give advice and hear their stories. Comment what other topics you want to hear me talk about in the next video, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye!